what do these ancient figures of ancient astronauts fly, and where are they to be found? Well, they're found all over the place. And one thing, I'm getting claustrophobic just looking at them because they're sort of squashed into this type of a cockpit that they're using. I'm translating this from another Greek article, and it has to do with certain items that have been found from Aztec Mexico to the Maori of New Zealand to the Olmec of Mexico and ancient Egypt as well. So what are these things? And you can see that they look very similar. The position of the person who is somehow guiding this vehicle, and you can see that in the first image on the top left, the person is also holding that strange basket that we see in a lot of the Sumerian steles, the carvings. The basket has to be a symbol of something. Is it their knowledge? Is it what they're taking with them? Who knows what that is? Now I'm translating this from Greek. So what do these things mean? What are they flying and where are they found? This is on Diadrastika, Spiros Macris writes. We've already learned from our school years some very specific things that have locked our minds to think in certain ways and even with very limited boundaries. And any thought that escapes them immediately seems irrational, impossible, or even conspiracy. One simple example is that in antiquity, especially in its unrecorded historic periods, that is the forbidden histories, there was no communication between remote geographical areas, especially between continents or isolated islands of the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean. This is justified by claiming that the wheel did not exist, and furthermore, the people at that time lacked the ability and knowledge to build ships capable of long-distance voyages. In other words, they were basically Neanderthal-type idiots who did not have any type of technology whatsoever, whereas we're finding that that's just the opposite. They seem to have been much more advanced than we are today. Now, despite claims by the scientific community, objects are occasionally found to suggest that these official positions cannot be sustained. But our minds have already been programmed to think of themselves trapped within the boundaries set at an early age. So we learned to question facts and situations that were likely to happen in the past because of this ban. We don't ask them. The human culture with state-of-the-art technology immediately becomes suspicious, and you more easily accept the possibility that there were ancient astronauts who brought this technology with them. And as a consequence, it became particularly difficult for an academic to compare similarities to artifacts found at 4 points on the horizon from cultures which, according to the above reasoning, had no communication whatsoever. But it seems they did, because they had similar craft and similar looking people and similar positioning of their astronauts in their similar looking craft. Now, how can these images be justified? Where are these ancient figures of these ancient astronauts to be found? The images look a bit like intelligent tests developed by psychologists Ellis Paul Torres and Joy Paul Guilford to assess a person's level of intelligence and creativity, like the Rorschach tests type of images. So what do we see? As part of this test, we could see people sitting in a small room driving some kind of a small vehicle because they're cramped in it. Those in their hands are likely to be some kind of a controller. That's what they're holding. Something similar can be found in the well-known plaque cover of King Pakal of Maya sarcophagus. Palenque's astronaut, when this image came into the hands of Soviet writer and scientist Alexander Zakhanchev, he said he was portraying a man driving some kind of a flying vehicle. Now, where are these ancient figures and where are they heading? The Palenque plaque, the plate, and next to a modern presentation, von Daniken says, "We see a humanoid creature in an astronaut outfit standing in a racing car driver with his trunk of the torso leaning forward, every child will recognize what is around the creature. It's a rocket. The front is pointed. From the tail we see flames coming out. The plasma handles a number of indefinite controls. The plasma, that is the person who is on the controls, is handling a number of controls. The heel of the left foot pressing on a pedal of some kind. What then could we expect if these artifacts beyond the official positions of the scientists? Could a certain case have a specific rationale for the figures found in similar quote-unquote cubicles, but in completely foreign places between them in the world? We have in New Zealand, Mexico, Aztecs, Egypt, ancient Egypt. Who else? Who knows where else we'll find them? Now, is it possible that those within these vehicles, in these driver's seats or pilot seats, are flying some kind of flying vehicle or ground vehicle? Now, the conclusion is yours to make. So let's have some comments. What do you think? I basically think that they were flying from one position to the other worldwide. I really do believe that. I'll leave links below for you for this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.